turning out to be really awesome for India. Just look at those numbers and look at the other names. There's Greenidge and Haynes, Gilchrist and Katish, Pesto and Roy. There's also Jadeja and Tendulkar.
Jadeja is sitting, Ajay Jadeja is sitting in the studios doing Hindi commentary, so it's nice to see his name up there. One batted everywhere, bowled some medium pace as well. Incredible fielder, Ajay Jadeja.
Ooh, that bounced. A bit more effort you could see. It just gripped a bit and bounced.
Again, Rebs on the ball, hit the seam, which is why there was that much of spin on that delivery. Gill has been incredible against fast bowlers. However, that shot has been played beautifully all along the ground. Misfield will afford them the second run. Sadira Samara Vikrama and long off. First ODI, Gill versus spin, played 24 deliveries and scored only 6 runs and eventually got out trying to play a hoik over mid-wicket. But I suspect in this match, in this innings, you will see him playing only with the spin and not against it.
That's what we've seen so far, even those drives. He's going through extra cover, looking to get on the back foot. Slowness of the surface allows it. Oh, that's the one that comes back, but very well played. Played it late, using the field restrictions, and gets another boundary.
Risky shot, but complete control over the amount of risk he was taking. Didn't come back, didn't turn away, came back in with the arm, but managed it so well. Can access different parts of the ground, Shubman Gill.
Last ball. Sped up, a little bit more loop. 66 without loss. Right, the Indian worm now just looking more upwards. That's because they're running away with it at the moment. 66 of 9, and they've used the field restrictions have been very well used, picking those gaps. So another change. Going to see coming to Mendes, ambidextrous left arm spin.
Has done much in one-day cricket yet. Shubman Gill, he played it past his body. Tells you the story. There was definitely a huge percentage of risk involved with that shot, but the field awareness and the ability to adjust based on the ball that's bowled.
Kamidu Mendes now happens to be the 4th bowler. Good fielding, doesn't give a run. Can understand the thinking of the captain. He wants his spinners to be bowling with the field restrictions off so that he could attack them a little bit more. At the moment, it's a more defensive line of attack for the spinners.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Srilanka has his back against the wall and has to figure out solutions from that place, which is not easy. He's trying to make do with the resources that he has on hand. You don't have 80% of your premium fast bowlers available to you at your disposal. It's a hard task.
He's got Van der Sar. He's got all 10 overs of Van der Sar to try and utilize after the 11th over. And then he's got 7 of Velalage and 8 of Dhananjay. So that will be what he will be counting on.
And himself as well.
Yes, we need to give him credit.
He'll be itching for these first 10 overs to get over, so that the restrictions are up. But up until then, this man will make merry. He got to the pitch of the ball, but at the last minute backed away just to give it some elevation and smashed it over extra cover for a 6. And also brings up his 50 of just 29 deliveries.
Well, he made the error of tossing it up and outside the off stump. Look at the width that he provides. Just gave himself a lot of room and hit it over extra cover. So easy.
57th half century for Rohit Sharma in ODIs. Again, the details of playing that shot. He went towards the pitch of the ball and at the last minute took his weight back away from it, just so that he can access the ball but yet give it elevation. And that comes with years and years and years of practice.
I'm also a little bit surprised at the way Kamidu Mendes is looking to bowl. He's looking to try and lope it and toss it up. There is also Dew, I think, that's making its appearance.
There you have it. And when Dew's a factor in a chase like this, then it pegs you further back. Just through his hands, through the ball. It's not an easy shot to play. He makes it look really easy, but it isn't an easy shot to play at all.
That's wide. That went straight through. And yes, you made the point about Dew. Now that is going to be a huge challenge for Sri Lanka. That's something that they don't want to have. Six without loss in the 10 overs. In the last game, it was 71 without loss. So we should now have the confirmation that the power play is completed. So it's power play number 2.
That's finally over. Power play. Rohit Sharma has been delightful yet again in this innings. And the closer your impact point is to your body, the better the results are and the better the outcome is. That's exactly what we've seen. It's been a testimony of hitting the ball close to your body.
No, this is a phase that Sri Lanka wants to do well. They got fielders outside the 30-yard circle. They're having a slip. And this is where Sri Lanka came back in the first game, also got 3 quick wickets.
And I reckon this is where India will need to be a little bit more circumspect and be comfortable having to play just boring cricket where you accumulate the runs, just play 4, 5, 6 runs and over, peg the ball into the gaps, get your 1s and 2s and play that for a period of 100 balls or so, because that's the slow burn that this wicket will push you to play.
Yeah, at the moment they're reading the length well, they're playing it well. You could see that they're playing it through the line, not looking to hit against even that shot. Well, India winning head and shoulders those 10 overs, the first spy of their innings. That's been basically the dominance of the Indian openers. moment a touch too full.
They will have to readjust their lengths here, Sri Lankan bowlers. It is a phase of passive play where the Indians will have to be comfortable playing boring cricket where they accumulate the runs. Just be happy getting the singles and the odd boundaries.
But just a bit too easy. 4 runs of 5 deliveries.
From Sri Lanka's point of view, Rohit Sharma, by the way, this series against the fast bowlers, which hasn't been too many, smashing it at 180 strike rate versus spin, certainly a lot more circumspect. That was a much better length. That end of the over, 11 gone, 80 for no loss.
Interesting, look at the speeds the Sri Lankan spinners have bowled. Kamindu Mendis have been the slowest. Akila Dhananjaya and Velalagi bowled in the power plays. They were looking to push it through a little bit. Now, Jeffrey Van der Sey, he is the like-for-like replacement for Manidu Hasaranga. Hasn't really done badly, but then has never been able to find a permanent place with Hasaranga around. Those are not bad numbers for him.
Yeah, pretty decent numbers actually. I've seen him play a few games in between actually. Begins with the ball outside the off stump. One of the things I think I noticed about Van der Sey is that his consistency of the areas of which he can be effective isn't the greatest. I could be wrong, but whatever little sample size I've seen of him, that's what I've always felt.
So you may be right, because it's about confidence, I feel. Short and swung away. Good fielding. For someone who's not consistently playing, he's always up against it, always under the microscope.
I agree, 100%. Confidence, this is a game of confidence. I think as in life though, the more confident you are, the more things come off for you.
Yeah, I'm sure he's made to feel that he's always on trial. Never really commanded a permanent place. Not because of his inability, but it's what's happening around him.
Yeah, he's been playing from 2015. Unfortunately, he's never gotten the double figures in the more he gets to play, the more of this we'll see from him. Beautifully bowled. Took him 4 balls to be able to hit that spot.
Nicely bowled. That time looping it a little bit slower as well. Previous delivery pushed through a little bit quicker. This is slower.
Nicely bowled. It's the end of the 12th over, 84 for no loss.
India off to a flying start in pursuit of 241. Srilanka has just bowled his first over. The man he's replacing, Wanindu Hasaranga. Big shoes to fill, but he is experienced. Hasaranga will be a big miss. 87 wickets in 55 games, so big onus on that man's shoulders. Shouldn't be overawed by the occasion, though. That's the one they'd rather was on the pitch than on a mural, I think, the fans. Wanted a piece of Walalage there. Tried to hit him straight, but almost yorked himself.
One of the Hasaranga in the last game. This is how he got injured. Bowled, felt it. New JPL straight away. We thought up here maybe some cramps, but he has done some serious damage. Maybe a grade 1, grade 2 tear. Usually take about 3 to 4 weeks. Lucky for Sri Lanka in this period, next 1 month or so. Sri Lanka doesn't have much white ball cricket. It's only Test cricket coming up with a tour of England and New Zealand tour of Sri Lanka. So he has plenty of time to recover. But in these conditions, he would have been handful for sure.
It's a tad low, but well played by Gill. Hit through the line of the ball. India got off to a similar start in the first game, and that's what Sri Lanka have to keep telling themselves, because they did rein things back in the middle overs then. The opening partnership in the first game was 75, 88 at the moment. But Sri Lanka did pick up 3 quick wickets after they got the first one. That's what they have to keep telling themselves. Boy, he wanted to play the slog sweep, didn't he? He wanted. Tossed that one up, changed his mind at the last minute.
Similar situation. A false stroke was introduced with Shubman Gill being caught and shot extra cover. Rohit Sharma was LBW, and the same field set by Charita Srilanka, keeping deep mid-wicket vacant.
This time he connects. That's gone a long way into the crowd. Rohit's feeling it again today.
And when he connects it, no down in the goal is not enough. Yes, it was a stroke that got him out in the previous game. Doesn't hold back. Probably did some damage as well. He's not comfortable. The grins in his face says it all. Physio has been called up as well. This, a 90-meter monster by Rohit Sharma. When he hits it, it stays it.
Let's hope it hasn't come at a cost. The physio is on, just checking on him. It is back-to-back 50s for the captain. Retired from T20 internationals for the last 2 games. He's been playing like he's playing in a T20 international. He has gone from ball 1, very good against the short deliveries from the spinners, and then pitched up. He's hit through the line. You can't bowl short to him because he's one of the best pullers in the world. That's a tough shot to play as well, to go up and over the offside when you're leaning back as well. Look at that. He's just 1-6 behind Chris Gale. No 6s in one-day internationals. 21 of Shahid Afridi. I'm sure he's eyeing up top spot.
Not bad names, is it? Top 5 players. Afridi, Gale, Sharma, Jayasuri, MS Dhoni. They could hit 6s for 5.
And when you think of all of those guys as well, Afridi, Gale in particular, as brute force, Rohit Sharma, it's effortless power. We saw that with the last one as well. Doesn't try to overhit this. If you're a youngster watching, it's just all about timing. It was the right length for him, the right pace. The previous delivery was a bit too slow and he changed his mind. But when he gets it right, that's what happens. 90 meters.
The previous game, similar stroke got him out. That was too full. Cramp for room. This occasion, the length was perfect, as you said, Paddy. Rohit and Gill going strong, 62 and 30. Plenty of batting to come. Kohli, Shreyas, KL Rahul, Dubey, Washington, Axar, everybody can bat. And 5 bowlers been used so far. Asitha Velalage have been expensive, as well as Akila Dhananjaya.
So physio remains out there, just attending to Rohit Sharma. There is 1 ball left of this 13th over. India are well ahead of the required rate at the moment. They're going at 7.3 runs an over. Required rate has now dipped under 4. Sri Lanka need a wicket. India just need to keep going, try and break the spirit of this Sri Lankan side, but they can't rest on their laurels too much here. Start in the first game. Well, that man's due in next. Loves batting in Sri Lanka. Virat Kohli. He scored his first